in space, which have been appointed by the respective CC for finance.
Could we have the CC go on record? Because that's a responsibility that is specific to him.
Yes, Chair. I did the appointment and the committee is in place.
On what dates?
Chair, this is a transition. You know, when we are moving to accrual,
go on record. Your mic is off.
My mic is on. I don't know why. Yes, it's on. Chair, I'm saying I did appointed the committee to look into the transitioning.
Is there some evidence to that effect that was shared with the Auditor General?
There is a next one, yes, in the response.
When was the appointment done?
We did it in July.
In July, after the closure of the financial year?
Yeah.
Auditor, was it supposed to have been done after the closure? Because I thought they would oversee the preparation of financial statements.
Thank you, Chair. The appointment was to be appointed as early as April, May of the financial year.
You have seen evidence that they have set up the committee?
But the appointment letters have been attached in the responses which were done in the month of July 2025 after the closure of the financial year.
Who was designated as a project manager? CC?
The CEO of Finance, George Kericho, formally.
So the long and short of it is that the responsibility for the mess, the responsibility for the adverse opinion lies squarely in the hands of the CC Finance and the Chief Officer Finance, isn't it? If you failed to do what was required in the circular.
I did it, Chair.
No, you did it outside the timelines.
I'm sorry for doing it outside the timelines.
Well, it's already an adverse opinion.
We knew.
So you can't apologize for an audit report that has already been adopted.
You see, in this transition to accrual, we have been given 3 years to transition. So it's not. This was the first year.
No, so there are 46 other counties that did the right thing.
But
Kericho did not.
Not even that. Even within that 3 years, I thought, Honorable Rob.
Yes.
I thought even within those 3 years, there are timelines for certain things to be done.
Very well.
Yeah, so the appointment of the transition committee should not have waited until the 31st day of July. Should have been done earlier.
I accept that.
Chair, maybe let's start from accounting.
The account
by the Ministry of is it National Treasury and also public accountants standards. And were you able in the National Assembly? So you have a responsibility.
I didn't attend, but the chief officer attended and the accountants.
So the chief officer failed to inform you to do what you should do.
I should not say he failed, but
not doing the right thing. So we don't consume apologies. There has to be some evidence that administrative
I remember the Treasury took your committee chair for training on this matter, and we spent 2-3 days. Kanata was very hard on us, trying to make opt out of this kind of training. It's a choice that they make, or they are supposed to go through this. Because when Waziri says he did not attend, that you want to provide leadership from the top, but without full information. How is that? How is that tailored, Chair? Is that an option that they have? Or
will do.
Now, we then will be recommending a lot of administrative action on the officers who are supposed to have done things and they failed to do so, and Kericho ended. Let's go back to the beginning of the report, and you will see how what we have just discussed relates to most of the paragraphs in the report. Auditor General, your first basis for adverse opinion
supported opening balances.
And in that observation, you have also cited the lack of a Transition Project Coordination Committee report. However, it brings up very huge variances in figures. The Auditor General has cited a variance of 15.2 billion. 15.2 billion variance. How can you have a variance of 15.2 billion in a financial statement prepared by a member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya? Variance means that something cannot be explained. Between the debit and credit, there's a difference of 15 billion Kenya shillings. How is that possible in Kericho with a 7 billion budget? Which qualified accountant can prepare financial statements with a variance of 15 billion, money that Kericho cannot see in a year? Governor, does it bother you?
Yeah, it does, Chair, because honestly, when you talk about 15 billion, that's a whole budget of like 3 years of Kericho County, not just 1 year. Because we see like 7 billion, that's almost like 3. And so, what the accountants did informed me was that after they dropped, they worked on the financial statements, but then it was already too late because the audit had closed at that time.
No, let's call a spade. And we have been hard on governors because they are CEOs. But we must also pronounce ourselves on the officers who hide behind the governor to do things that are not useful to the county. The financial statement with a variance of 15.2 billion has been signed by 2 CPAs. CPA Dr. George Kirer and CPA Fernandez Korir. And their ISPAC numbers are presented there. They are not prepared by a T-plucker. They are prepared by professionals. And you have a 15 billion variance. You go through the process, including exit meeting, and that variance is not addressed.
Since what they have explained, what they did told me, one of them, CPA George Kirer, is no longer working for the county government of Kericho. But Fernandez, Director of Finance, can explain because he's here with us.
Fernandez is one of the signatories?
Yes.
Okay, where is Fernandez? Because we are about to make recommendations to ISPAC with regards to his professional competence. So let us not judge him unheard.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members. This variance of 15 billion arose, and we've captured this in the committee, the Transition Committee report, that it relates to, over time, the county government has been doing acquisition of assets since inception. This was a transition period where we are transitioning from cash. Initially, this amount was never disclosed, and this informed why the government of Kenya transitioned from cash basis so that assets and liabilities are visible. The 15 billion relates to acquisitions which were done by the county government over the years since since the inception of devolution. However, since we were required to transition over a 3-year period, year 1, phase 1, it wasn't mandatory for us to disclose the PPE. However, that is property, plant and equipment. However, we were required to identify by way of assets so that it informs how.
I think you are getting lost in. You are describing the trees. We want a description of the forest. The Auditor General says the 15.2 billion was an unexplained variance. Unexplained. I mean, you are not supposed to explain it to the senators. You are supposed to explain it to the satisfaction of the auditors who are your professional colleagues. This is not that opportunity. In fact, this is, right now, you should just be telling us why we should not refer you to ISPAC. Auditor General, did the gentleman explain, say those things that he's saying?
No, Chair.
And whatever he's saying, does it satisfy you as a professional?
Okay, thank you, Chair. One of the reasons we have this variance again is because they failed to have that committee which should have advised them that they were not variances arose.
So this is, let's just put it in context. It's not like 15 billion was stolen. The layman would think that that unexplained variance is theft.
These are just the inaccuracies in numbers.
And who has a responsibility for the accuracy of numbers? On the competence and suitability to hold public office on the part of those preparers of financial statements. Senator Mbua.
I'm happy I heard the governor saying that he has benefited from committees of the Senate, and there's an opportunity here, Governor, to also benefit again. You know, to the person in Kericho, when they see a variance of 15 billion, as the chair has alluded, it's money that has been stolen. That's what they think. And they are right to think that way. You see, the person, Governor, and initially I saw you are very annoyed, now really be very annoyed with, is a person who occasions such a thing. Because once it's out there, you may not have the opportunity to talk to every person in Kericho and explain to them, you know, this money is just about accounting, it's not money being lost. Once the word is out there, to control it becomes a certain things. Secondly, Chair, I'm wondering, you know, now we are dealing with more or less implementation status of our recommendation. Us what steps have been taken from the time we made our recommendations to date. What has he done to make sure that this has been addressed? I think that's my submission, Chair.
I think specific responses that they put on record on the action that they are taking. So maybe we might need to, you might need, Governor, to refer us to the part where supported the procedural thing to do, to process your written responses. I was just trying to illustrate to you where your problems lie, and maybe the reasons why you may have gotten an adverse opinion, and I hope you have started seeing it clearly. So where is your response to issue number 1?
Chairman, I can read through the response.
Honorable members, do you have it? Unsupported
Opening balances in volume number 1.
opening balances.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Unsupported opening balances.
Now, honorable members, do we take note of the response? Because I can see it's a full page. And then if there's any query, we can question. Because if he reads his response to all the matters, we will not be able to cover much ground by 2:30.
I will get it, Chair.
Yeah. So Governor, having glanced through your response, your actions are not smart on this matter. They are not very specific, they are not measurable, but most importantly, they're not time-bound. If you go to your last paragraph, where you are requesting the committee to do something, can you just read it?
We therefore request the Honorable Committee to note that the variance arose from assets and liabilities that were still under verification and validation during the audit period, and not from any loss, omission, or reason of county assets. The exercise is ongoing and will be concluded to facilitate complete and accurate reporting in subsequent financial statements.
So the time, what is the timing for your action? Auditor General, this is corrected in the next financial statements, or it can be corrected immediately.
Thank you. Any inaccuracies in the Auditor General's report can only be corrected as a pro-year adjustment in the subsequent financial year.
So we can take that as an action that needs to be taken.
Yes.
However, we will also make recommendations on administrative action on the officers who held professional responsibility on this matter. And perhaps we'll also give you timelines for that administrative action, maybe 30, 60 days, and then you'll come back